Are you hot enough for him? Or is he out of your league? If these are questions that you're asking yourself, the answer is yes. Now, hold on, because I don't at all mean that it's impossible for you to get this guy or girl. But before we get there are some things that you need to know. First of all, are you hot enough for him? It's a toxic mindset to have, just to ask yourself that question. While I understand that to you it's a legitimate question, it shows a deep insecurity about yourself and an idolization of him, which to him is gonna be a huge turnoff. If there's one thing that I know to be true about myself, my other guy friends, and just about every other guy I've ever met, it's that we all place value where others see it. For example, if you wanna run a marathon, it's at least partially because you wanna become a marathon runner. Otherwise, I mean, you could just run that exact same distance on your own and not compete in an official race. But having that title gives you value. And people place value in their jobs, in their hobbies, and in other people. If you're the most fun person to be around, people will value having you as a friend. And when it comes to dating, I've seen girls who, while they might not be the most physically attractive person, because of their personality or their intellect or just how fun they are to be around, they absolutely crush it with dudes. And it's because so many people place value in them. And they can literally be seen as the most attractive person ever just because of how much everyone likes them. So if you're asking yourself if you're hot enough, the truth is, you don't value yourself enough. And the more you do, the more that affects how you act and how the people around you see you. And you might be hearing this and thinking, okay, but there's a limit. I don't want to become cocky. And to that, I gotta say, you need to get that idea out of your head completely. Just the fact that you're worried about being cocky when right now you're the opposite means that there's no chance you will ever be cocky. Cocky people are cocky because they're not insecure. So believe me, when you get there, you'll have totally different problems to worry about. Okay, but confidence aside, still, looks are probably 30% of the whole package. Being hot is not purely physical. There are so many other things that go into it. We've already talked a bit about personality, but even more valuable than that to most people is experience. What have you done in your life so far that's worth talking about? What are you doing now? Have you traveled much? Are you super ambitious and trying to start a company? Or are you incredibly good at something? You know the saying, you can't judge a book by its cover? Obviously, your cover is your appearance, but all of the pages inside, that's your experience. And I don't know about you, but I don't pick up a book because of a pretty picture. The honest truth is, the guy that you're interested in is out of your league if he's working on 12 different things and the only thing you're working on is him. I mean, maybe you can hook up with him, but if you want something more than that, then he needs to see what makes you special. But I just said a minute ago that looks do have something to do with it. You can be the most busy person on earth, but if you don't put any effort into how you look, then that can be a turnoff too. And I'll be honest, girls have the crappier end of the stick here. I mean, as a guy, all I really gotta do is style my hair, brush my teeth, wear deodorant, work out a little. But girls have way more types of clothing and accessories, they wear makeup, and all these things, they can make you more attractive. But if you're the type of person that doesn't like doing any of that, the last thing I'm telling you to do here is to suck it up and do that. Because that's just going back to point one here, where you're valuing him more than yourself. You are literally the center of your own universe, and the more that you live that way, the more attractive you'll become. So work out or wear makeup, do whatever, if it makes you happy, but don't do it for him. And lastly, maybe after all this, he's not interested. And that is not such a bad thing. You can't convince people to like you, but that's his loss, because if you listen to what I said here today, then you know that you deserve the best. You literally deserve someone who is perfect for you, and being uninterested is the least attractive quality someone can have, because they don't see your worth. You should never have to try and convince someone what you're worth. What, you think Picasso went on the street to sell his paintings to the first person he walked past? No. Because his art is priceless, and there's no use in trying to sell art to someone who doesn't understand it or even want to understand it. Anyways, that was the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below if you've ever felt not good enough for someone. And if that's something that you're still struggling with, or if you've somehow managed to get past it, please details below. Last week I asked about crazy experiences that you guys have had with dating apps, so here are a few of my favorite responses. And don't forget, I'll be doing this again next week, so make sure that you leave a comment below. And also, just to see if your comment made it, make sure that you subscribe to me and turn on notifications so that you never miss an upload. And I guess with all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!